Or you're working out at the gym, but all of a sudden you have to break your rhythm because you're not sure if you're doing an exercise correctly. And that's when we turn to our fitness expert, Wes Cole. I mean, this is an important question here. I mean, a lot of these different things people aren't sure about.
Sure.
So we'll start with our very first question this morning. Bobby says, can you get stronger without pushing yourself really hard at the gym?
Well, I get this question a lot. Unfortunately, the first rule of exercise physiology is an overload principle, which means your muscle it's only going to adapt to the stimulus that you give it. So I always tell my clients, you know, if you're doing a set of lunges and you're doing 12 reps when you could do 15 or 20 with that weight, you're really kind of shortchanging yourself, and you're not going to see the adaptation. Unfortunately, we can be very creative and we can be very safe in the gym, but we have to push ourselves, try to push ourselves just a little bit more. I encourage everybody to get a training journal, training log, and try to do a little bit more every time. If you do 3 sets of 12 push-ups, you know, and you did them last week, come into the gym and try to do maybe 1 more or 2 more, or try to decrease your rest periods. You have to strive to do a little bit more if you want your muscles to grow and get stronger. That's just an unfortunate rule of exercise physiology. We have to, and the same thing with cardio too. If you run 2 miles at a certain time, go in and try to go a little bit, maybe shave off a couple of minutes, and I guarantee that's when you really start to see improvements. It'll make you work, but
so you gotta push yourself.
You gotta push yourself. No way around it.
Well, here's a question from Caden. How do I use weight training to replace cardio?
Well, when you're doing this, you can do things called complexes or circuit training. It's very, very popular these days. I like to start people, if they're new to circuit training, with body weight calisthenics. Come on out here, Kyle. Basically, going through just like a complex of, say, lunges, alternating, 10 reps real quick. And then, Kyle, after that, we'll go right into some jump squats, jumping right in, working big muscle groups like this, and go right into push-ups with maybe a burpee.
So you're doing a little bit of cardio anyway.
Yeah. You're not resting in between, just like that. Now, you see a lot of people do circuit training with weights. Thank you, Kyle, very good. The reason I like to start with body weight is if you're new to this training, I found just through experience that people maybe that aren't in great shape, grabbing dumbbells, heavy weight, and then moving from one exercise to the other, if they get very fatigued, their form changes, they could slip, they could drop a dumbbell on their foot. So I always like to start cardio circuit training with bodyweight calisthenics. Get yourself in shape.
Sure.
Bodyweight calisthenics are very forgiving. If you get real tired and your form messes up, you're not going to drop a weight on your head.
Hurt yourself.
Or hurt yourself. So start with that, and then as you progress and get in a little bit better shape, then you can start with the more traditional weight training circuits that you maybe see on TV a lot.
All right. Here's our last question today. It's from Jake. Can I gain muscle doing only body weight exercises, which is what we're just talking about?
Well, body weight exercises are great in the beginning for strength, and they're also really good for endurance and for complexes. The problem with body weight calisthenics is once you can do 15 or 20 reps, you're really burning, you're kind of building endurance. You're not really building.
Out.
Yeah, you're not really building strength. So you need to either add some external weight, external load, or you can manipulate your position and make it a little bit harder. Kyle, coming out here, what I like to do when people get real good at push-ups, you can start with some diamond push-ups. Just a simple reposition of your hands.
Okay.
Puts a lot more pressure. And if you get, now you're getting into maybe the 8 to 12 rep range. And if you get real good, you can start with some one-arm push-ups. And Kyle's going to demonstrate right here.
Okay.
As you can see, you're manipulating your position, and it's going to make it a lot harder, and that way you're going to work on streak. But traditionally, you got to still make it tough. It goes back to that overload principle. If you can do more in 12 or 15 reps, you're building endurance. Thank you, Kyle.
Kyle, just keep going. No, yeah, he makes it look easy.
He does.
So that's something you have to build towards.
You do. You have to build towards it. And like I said, the first rule of thumb, when you're doing it, if you can do more than 15 or 20 reps of any exercise, you're really starting to work more endurance and strength. So try to find a position. If it means putting your feet up, you know, on a chair or something like that, make it a little bit harder. It'll help.
All right, thank you, Wes. If you have a question you'd like Wes to answer, you can go to our Facebook page, KJRH-TV, post it on our wall, or you can call Wes 749-0960 or visit his gym on Sheridan, on 46 just east of Sheridan.